Welcome once again in our series of interviews here at Stonewater Interviews, where we interview the movers and shakers in the 2020 election cycle happening here in New Zealand. And as is a requirement for those who wish to come on this series of interviews, it's important to have written a book. And today we have a book here written by God.
Bless me.
Yes, and this is a book about New Zealand, and it's actually called God of Nations, which is a homage to our national anthem, which is delightful. Now, God is the right G-O-D, God. How should we address you?
Mr. God.
Mr. God. All right, Mr. God. So, Mr. God, you burst into the electorate this week after the leader of the opposition, Judith, made contact with you. So do you want to give us a bit of an insight, and did you reach out to her? Did she reach out to you?
I'll tell you what I told Judith. No, I can't bring back Reagan. No, I can't bring back Thatcher. And no, I can't bring back Mussolini from the grave. That's not the way it works. And as for this wish list of people she wants dead, Winston Peters, David Seymour, Jacinda Ardern, some kid who looked at her funny on the campaign trail, I can't go around killing people like this. Tell her. And someone please, don't give her my private number again.
Well, no, to be fair though, you are killing a lot of people.
Well, sure, but then, it's all sort of moving in God's mysterious way. I can't just do hit lists. That's not the way I work at all. I'm mysterious.
How's Donald going to go? All right. So, a bit of a difficult conversation then, between you and Judith?
She's impossible to talk to, and she's telling me what to do. Me! I'm God! She's only Judith Collins!
Because in her book, she doesn't mention you at all.
Not once. Not once. I dare her. Touch the holy water. Go on.
Were you hurt by that omission?
It's sad. When you see someone sort of praying to you, you want them to be worshipping, but it's all about worshipping her. It's not my thing.
You weren't tempted, the whole smiting thing?
Oh, my smiting arm's a bit sort of off. I'm killing a lot of people at the moment, you might have noticed.
Okay. Let's talk about the New Conservatives.
Why is it that all of the people who say that they follow me are dickheads? Those guys are just the worst brand ambassadors that we've ever had. I think that they would be better suited to sell Tupperware than my religion. They're terrible.
Even worse than the Destiny?
Oh, don't even start me on that one. Again,
I mean,
I've told them I don't do earthquakes because of pride parades. How many times do you need to do... And come on, he wears a lot of leather. Huh? Yeah.
That's not something you approve of, or...?
Oh no, I totally approve it. I just don't think you should be a hypocrite about it.
Okay, all right. The other thing that has really come across, and we were talking before we came on air, you're not very happy about the end of life bill. You feel that this kind of encroaches on your area.
I just want people to stay out of heaven so I can enjoy it a little bit more myself. This massive influx of people turning up, it's like a bunch of children all sort of raining on your parade. I would prefer it if people stayed on Earth for as long as possible. It's just, we're having some housing issues.
Maybe you shouldn't have been so aggressive with the whole COVID thing then.
Well, look, there was a little bit of, we didn't have a clear goal there in mind, and it's created problems. I'm telling you now, we got the same people in to do Kiwi Build, and I'm telling you, it's a disaster.
All right, this book, God of Nations.
Yep.
It's about New Zealand.
Yes.
It's not very complimentary.
No, I never really liked New Zealand. Never been one of my favourites.
A couple of things you're very critical of. You say here, the use of the term God zone is an impertinence.
Yeah, hello. It's, a little bit close to the bone. Jeez.
You also make the comment here, that the claim that pineapple lumps was destined to New Zealand by divine inspiration is a lie.
Completely is, completely is. That was supposed to be for the African subcontinent, not New Zealand.
Oh, okay. And about the last half of the book is a detailed description and denunciation pointing out that pavlova is in fact Australian.
Well, I thought somebody had to say it and nobody else would, so yeah, that.
I mean, this is a country of 5 million people, a couple of hundred years worth of European history, 600 years worth of Maori history before that, and you devote half of this book to a rant about pavlova.
Have you read the Bible? Trust me, that's a lot better.
Okay, all right. Well, God, I'd like to thank you for coming on.
Yep.
And I must admit, I was quite nervous before I came on because you have a bit of a reputation for smiting.
Yeah, get a bit grumpy, boom, you know. Look what I did to Ellen. That'll teach you.
Okay. Am I doing that right?
Yeah.
Whew, goodness. Thank you, Mr. God, for coming on Stonewater Interviews. And we will see you next week in, I think will be our last series in this series. So if we've given you the list of people, if you could please not smite those on our list.
No problems at all. Now give me 10% tithe, now.
Can we sort them out? Yeah, the producer will sort you out. All right. No pineapple lumps, no pavlova. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week.